Albert Einstein actually called the compounding effect the eighth wonder of the world. This is because this effect can actually get you to achieve financial freedom the easiest way. Like it's kind of like putting your money aside and your money is actually making you more money. And that means that you can be able to freely live without having to worry. And today, because I know this is a very important aspect when it comes to investment, I want us to expound what is the compound effect? How can you be able to take advantage of this compounding effect, and actually which are some of these investments that we have in the country that actually has the compound effect, and how can this be able to help you in your financial freedom journey. Hi guys, welcome again to another episode of Financial Literacy. My name is Jane Dishu and I'm a financial advisor. So the first thing I want us to discuss is what is compounding effect. So compounding effect, this is a type of interest where the amount of money that you put into your investment actually earns you an interest, and that interest actually gives you another interest. So it's like you're able to like get money from an investment, and then that money they give you as interest is actually earning you more interest. Can you be able to get it? Like it's a trickle effect. So most of the time you're going to find in the normal investment structure, we only have the simple interest. For example, where if you invested $1 million, Bob, the interest is predetermined. If it's 10% per year, it's actually going to be 10% per year. So even if you top up or maybe you don't withdraw your interest, actually you're not going to get anything on top. But the compounding effect is actually now where you are able to get something out of your investment, and then if you plow back that return on investment, you're able to actually get an amount of money out of it. So the easiest way, they give you money and this money is giving you more money, and the cycle continues like that. You might be asking why the compounding effect is a powerful tool when it comes to investment. So one of the things, if you're able to start investing early, you don't have to worry because time is going to compound your money. So the longer you're able to put in the money or to plow in the money or maybe to retain the money there, the money is actually growing. And this is the easiest way. Like, for example, you can be able to actually turn around 6,000 Kenyan shillings to $1 million. Let me show you that in an illustration. So let's go to my compound interest calculator. So I'm going to just select on that, and then I'm going to input the amount of money I want to put per month. And regularly, we are going to work with an example of 6,000 Kenyan shillings per month. And then you're going to input an interest, and not a high interest, like around 10%. Most of these investments are going to give you around 10%. And then the period, we are going to choose a period of a decade, that's 10 years. So putting in like the 6,000 for 10 years. And then the compounding frequency, we're going to select monthly. So we want this money to actually compound every month. Let us calculate and see the results that we are going to actually get. So this is the amount of money that we are going to be able to get after the 10 years. So our 6,000 Kenya shillings will have grown to 1.2 million. That means we have deposited 720,000 and our total interest is 519 Kenya shillings. This is a report also detailing bit by bit of how this money compounded over time. So the first year you're going to find it earned an interest of 4,000, and then that totals to around 72,000. So that amount of money, the 72,000, is what will earn us an interest of 11% the following year. So more money is going to grow because this money is actually compounding over time. This is what I mean when I say you can actually make $1 million Kenya shillings with only 6,000 Kenya shillings per month. Can you see what I mean? Like small money, but over time, you're actually able to be a millionaire. Now, imagine if you're able to actually put in maybe 60,000 Kenya shillings. Imagine if you're able to put in 30,000 Kenya shillings, 120,000 Kenya shillings per month. Believe you me, we are talking in form of 100 million, 10 million, so much money that you can be able to grow at the end of the day. I would want you to pause and follow me on my Instagram page, because as a financial advisor, I can actually help you start making your money or any amount of money you're earning today compound over time and give you the amount of money that you feel is actually a lot. Definitely, I promised you all that I'm going to give you some of the examples of investments that can actually give you this compound effect. So one of the investments that actually is quite famous or actually used by most people is the unit trust. And under the class of unit trust, we have the money market fund, which most of you really love. But under that, we have other investments like equity fund, balance fund, and other investments that actually compound over time. So money market fund, I know it's one of the things that you can actually use. The second thing that it can actually compound over time is if you are investing in special funds, they also compound over time, but this is for sophisticated investors. These are people who are open to high risk investments, people who can actually put in their money for a long period of time, and also for in high risk investment. And actually, I did a whole YouTube video discussing what special funds in Kenya are. You can actually be able to watch that. Link is actually on the description below. The other investment is retirement or pension plans. So these are the likes of maybe like individual pension fund, umbrella funds, and such places. This is money. This is like a setup where you're able to invest or save your money for a long period of time, and then over time that money is compounded. And one of the things I would also want to note that also other investments that we actually have, if you actually earn an interest and you choose not to spend that money and put it back to earn you more interest, that becomes a compounding effect. So it doesn't have to be an instrument that gives you a compounding interest, or a scheme where they reinvest your money automatically without you having to access the money. You can also create a system where if maybe it's dividend you got from your shares, you actually plow them back to make you more money. Maybe if it's coupons that you have earned from your government bonds or maybe bills, you actually plow back to the bond or get more bonds. So this is like a structured way of making sure that the money that you get is actually going back. You don't have to get into a structure. You can be able to do that on your own. One thing I would want you to note is for the compound effect to actually make maybe some sense or maybe make some financial difference is when you give it time. So you have to be consistent. You have to not withdraw and maybe eat into the amount of money that comes in as interest or the return on investment. You need to keep on plowing back, because over time this money is going to make you more money. The other secret is to make sure that you start early. So the early you're able to start these investments, or the early you're able to start maybe putting money aside, the early you are also able to accumulate a lot of money for a span of time or for a period of time. Let me know in the comment section if you have taken advantage of the compound effect and how it is actually taking you so far. And also, in case you have not even started in your savings and investment journey and you would want guidance on the same, make sure to follow me on my Instagram page to get my contact there so that you can start planning on the same. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and also share to other people so that they can also grow their financial freedom. And until next time, thank you.